Hello, everybody. Every nobody. This is Nate. This is my YouTube channel and Twitch stream, Nate Flies, where I usually fly like a somewhat normal human. But today is a joyride flight on our Pilatus PC-6 Turbo Porter flying Microtonal Banana in honor of Stu McKenzie's flying Microtonal Banana guitar of the same basic look and color. We are at an airport, small airport in Leiden, Netherlands, my favorite city. And we'll be flying around the Netherlands today because I am going there on vacation soon and I want to look at it and talk about it and also scout a couple other locations that I haven't been to. And we're probably going to fly to Cologne too. But in the meantime, enjoy some more KGLW. So lovely in the NL. Alrighty. Hello again. This is Nate. Nate Flies. And today is our joyride around the Netherlands that I've been looking forward to. We will be listening to, as you can see on the right side there, two shows on deck for this flight because it might take me a while to fly around all of the places I want to go, considering they take a couple hours by a train that is probably, well, not the same speed, but you know. But I've got this, we're going to be listening to two Gizzard shows that were played in the Netherlands. One is on June 16th, 2017, the Best Kept Secret Festival. That's the poster you see over on the right there. And with Gizz splattered all over the poster. and that was the 2017 Flying Microtonal Banana Tour. So we'll be hearing some cool microtonal stuff today. And as far as our actual flight goes for today, get back in the sim. Where's my map? We are in Leiden. We're at like some Navy airport, so. But here's a Rotterdam airport. All right, Stu, we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, we're gonna kind of it put me on the wrong runway. I'm 24, so I'm gonna take off, and we are gonna loop around Leiden, my favorite city in the Netherlands, and we will follow that. We'll do a flyby over Schiphol and do some loops of Amsterdam before heading out to Haarlem, and I'm going to take you to a strange place called Zandvoort. But yeah, but we're going to enjoy some Gizzard shows. I'm going to fly to the Hague, Rotterdam, and then I'm going to make the trek over cross country. Depending how far is Cologne, we'll put it in and see. But we'll do some mid-air refueling if we need to, or some stopping. But that's the plan. I'm just flying around, reminiscing, getting myself stoked for the Netherlands. Again, I go there. I try and go there every year. I have friends there. I like to hang out and relax, and eat herring, and walk around. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, only flying around this time. And I've got, this is going to be a very, very bad boy stream here. We're going to be flying low. We're going to be having a few, some things to help us relax on this flight. And we're going to look at the beautiful scenery of Leiden. So, without further ado, let's so I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, I'm gonna fire up this best kept secret show, and our sound levels are gonna be a little bit different today because of I do have the soundboard audio thanks to Gizz Tapes. Shout out Gizz Tapes and Bootleg Gizz and all these guys, KGLW.net, for posting all this great stuff, and of course thank you to the band for letting us have all this great material. You guys are the best. Set my rudder trim, and we've got fuel. The aircraft is ready. Let's I'm going to take off, like I said, do kind of a quick pattern around here, and then we're going to look at Leiden, and I'm going to talk about Leiden and talk about all the places that I like to go. So here is the Best Kept Secret Festival, where we've got a nice mix of, this is a cool looking show. We've got stuff from Flying Microtonal Banana, we've got Murder the Universe Suite, and then more microtonal, and yeah, kind of fun ending, which I'm looking forward to. So, that is what we're up to today. Let's go to the concert and let's fly around, and hopefully my audio levels are going to be okay today. Again, just the soundboard audio is so low for us to get good Gizz sound. I've had to futz, but I tested and I think we're okay. So, without further ado, enjoy from June 16th, 17th, Best Kept Secret Festival, Gizz's show, and also at this were some cool bands like Radiohead, Arcade Fire is cool. I could live with that. Run the Jewels is a pretty interesting rap duo. But okay, goedendag. Hoe gaat het? We can do our Dutch flashcards as we go, you know. I've been trying. It's a tough language to pick up the... Yeah, and any Dutch bros who pop in here. If you want to help me with some language, let's do it. But I'm going to keep these nice cloudy Dutch conditions here. All right. Here is the Best Kept Secret Festival, Gizz's show. It runs about, an hour and a half or so, I think. Either way. And then we'll jump into the other one. So, enjoy King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard Best Kept Secret Festival, June 2017. Of course, right when I start, I get a text message. All right. Now, enjoy the musical stylings of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Yeah, it is. So we'll be heavy on the Gizz as we start here. All right, flaps up. A little speedy here. Like I said, I'm going to privilege the music a little bit today. And we're going to stay pretty low because the clouds are about 1,000 feet or so, which is how we want to be. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm going to do a couple patterns around the airport. And then we'll do some sightseeing. And I will turn down the music once I start yapping a little more. But for now, enjoy the beginning of the concert. Alright, that was Rattlesnake by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Doom City.
And now they're going to play Doom City. So hopefully this is okay for when I'm actually talking. Doom City is like, it's off-brand for flying around this wonderful city. Try and stay about 1,000 feet for this flight today. So, we will be flying over Leiden right here. All right. Here is Leiden Central. And here are some of the cool things to see in Leiden. Beautiful big churches and one of my favorite spots in Leiden. Where are you? So Leiden is cool. There's lots of neat windmills. I think that looks like the fort.
Hey, let's do nuclear fusion.
So the one cool thing about the downtown part of Leiden, at least, or the city center, however you want to couch it, there's this great walking path that goes around the whole city that I definitely recommend doing. So right when you get out of Central Station 2, you can eat fish immediately. Usually there's a herring lady. My favorite kind of lady. So Leiden to me is kind of a very picturesque Dutch city. It's got windmills, it's small, the university is there. Let's not lose too much altitude here. So yeah, definitely one of my first stops will be heading to Leiden, spending a day there. I think some of my favorite pancake joint is in Leiden too. Which is saying a lot. I mean, I'm talking about best pancakes in the Netherlands. That's the thing. It's a bold claim. So the Hague is down there. And I like the Hague a lot too. That's where my friends live. And yeah, so in Leiden, how do you do I have like active pause? Oh yeah, cool. So while we're active pausing here, just to give you a little sense of what's up in Leiden. So we are, where are we? We can check. I don't want this to go away. Alright, so we are right by this thing here. Okay, cool. So, to give you a sense of where we're at, what is this? So, our aircraft is sitting right on top of this. So we're on the kind of west side, or east side. And so Leiden is this sort of center area that you see here is the city center, and let's see. So here's that exit. Although I only ever take the train around really. So, yeah, what you're seeing there, let me get my bearings again. So we're looking here, here's the new river here. And if we'll follow the river, the Kandog around to give us one more little look. But this downtown area, or the city center, is really great. Again, here's when you come out of Central, you can kind of just walk down into Leiden, and I mean, do this. Actually, this is a cool museum. The Japan Museum, Seibold House, Seibold Huis. It's a very small museum, but kind of got some cool collection. I don't care about the traffic in Leiden. But yeah, the university is down here somewhere, and there's a really cool. Here's kind of where the university is, but then there's a cool botanical garden, and along this kind of main walk is some good restaurants. So yeah, so that's just giving you a sense of where Leiden is. And what we're going to be doing is we're in Leiden now, and I'm going to, once we loop around, I'm going to go fly over Schiphol, and we'll do a couple loops to Amsterdam, come Haarlem, and come south along the water to The Hague, and then see if we can make our way to Cologne. So yeah, just wanted to kind of show you what we're up to on that front. All right, active pause. Oh. I'll give us a little more Gizz. The scenery is so much nicer in Europe. I feel like. Well, I also fly in stupid places. Not stupid places, but boring places in the U.S.
Sleep drifter, sleep drifter. Sleep drifter, sleep drifter. Sleep drifter, sleep drifter. Let go.
Alright, a little murder suite.
When you're ready, Maki.
Yeah, here's Central coming up. Fly by the botanical garden. Give you a little top-down view of Leiden. Yeah, here's the botanical garden, I believe. And where is my hill? It's not showing it. Alright, so right there is a touristy spot to an extent. So it's not rendering in very well, but you come here. This is this. Oh, I have to keep my stream in mind here. But yeah, you come here. There's like an old fortress or something, or whatever it is, and then you can see. It's a really pretty view because you get, well, I mean, look, you get this great view, and you get the churches and the steeples in the background. But yeah, I always kind of come here as my day trip, and I get coffee. Where's that? There's a kind of a town, not a town square. But yeah, there's these paths all around. And if this is central here, you should be able to see a windmill right there. Yeah. So that's kind of a little touristy windmill that when you first cross the street you can go check out. But yeah, usually in front of Central there's a fish lady. Those are the buses. That's my thing when I go to the Netherlands. Lots of herring. I love that stuff. And I stayed at the coolest little apartment here for a few days. In the back of one of these little houses, you know, the standard row houses, there's also like, you know, they had basically a little apartment house on the back, and I stayed up in the attic. So anyway, yeah, Leiden. Love Leiden. Okay, let's head to, let's not pause in the sky like gods. So we want to head to Schiphol. Alright, bye Leiden. I will see you soon in real life. Let's enjoy some. If we zoom in close enough, it's not tulip season, but maybe. Some Dutch trivia. Their greatest enemy is water. This used to be ocean, and the Dutch said, "To hell with you, ocean. We're gonna pump all this shit water out." And that's why whenever you order water, this is my biggest gripe, is zoomed in. Alright, let's head up toward, I think I can actually see. But yeah, I always joke with my Dutch friends that they're very careful with their water. But like, you know, in the US, everyone is just slugging down water constantly. Water bottles is like practically an accessory. It's a pretty train ride coming up from, that's the highway, but further to the west is the train. So that must be Schiphol up there ahead. That's the scenery I would imagine that would come in. But yeah, so today we are just going to be flying around enjoying the Nederlands. Let's listen to a little more Gizzard. Enjoy this concert until we fly over Schiphol. And once we get over Amsterdam, I'll start sharing some Amsterdam stories. Alright, that looks like good old Schiphol. Oh well, here's another Dutch fun fact. Is so they have this runway out here, 18. Which is in a different zip code than the actual airport. So, what would be extremely dangerous is doing what I'm doing now without, proper authorization. This is an extremely busy airport. So let's do a couple loops of good old Schiphol.
Not like an infinity opens the door. Not like an infinity opens the door. Wait for the answer that opens the door. Not like an infinity opens the door.
Fuck shit up. My coffin's all I see lately. Robot stop. This is one of my favorite songs. So here's the runway from a different zip code. Testing my rudders, don't worry. Amsterdam, of course, the crown jewel. I will spend some time in Amsterdam. So, again, just to give you... Ooh. So here's Schiphol, and here's Amsterdam. So we're going to do kind of a few big loops around, and I will share some of my favorite spots. We'll have to let the photogrammetry load in. So one sneaky thing you can do that's fun is take the ferry across to the north side, and you know, it's kind of neat to see. Not many people I think do that, but it's a fun little thing to do if you've been to the city a lot and want to kind of see some new stuff. So yeah, we're just sort of, I mean, not well north, but north of where all the action happens. Showing you all the beautiful industrial parts. Gamma. Gamma. So if I have myself right, we should be right over Central. And we'll do a little quick active pause and have a chat. Pause. Yeah, here's over there. Let me get this out of the way for a minute. So yeah, here is where we are, kind of right above Central. And here's, you know, there's Amsterdam. So what I was saying is you can come up here to Amsterdam North. I'm pretty sure the ferry is free, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's just a thing. And I wonder, what is this? There's the old church. So this is a cool spot because this is the red light district with the, you know, oldest church in the world or whatever. And all around here are prostitutes in their glass, you know. This is the very touristy area here. So when you first head out of Central, what I mainly recommend doing is getting on the number 7 tram, I believe, and let that baby take you all the way to the good stuff, which is Old West. Jordan. This is where you want to go and walk around and get lost. This is just so cool. They do a really good farmers market here. And this is kind of, again, it's a little touristy because, I mean, this is the main drag. The, you know, Anne Frank house and stuff is here. Descartes lived here. But you keep coming out, and then one of my favorite neighborhoods is more to the west here. And yeah, it's just kind of a little bit, Jordan is like expensive. But you can see Adam and Eve food tours. Yeah, so there's the Anne Frank house. You can probably see it. It's around, well, that's the center, so it's behind the map here. But this is a really cool part of town. I really love it out here, Amsterdam West. And when I stayed here a couple times, this is actually a really nice park right here. I got a really nice apartment right on the river, and it was somewhere around here. It wasn't on Markstraat, I don't think. But this is just like, if you come to Amsterdam and don't know what to do, like I said, get off the train, and you should just, you know, everyone should walk down the main drag, I guess. But the palace area, this is all the, you know, the fucking wax museum and stuff. This is mobbed and crazy, but you should at least walk down there. At night, the trams are nutso here. Red light district is over here. Like I said, this is so funny. The old church. And all this is prostitutes. And I mean, really all this. So that's not my thing, by the way. I like to joke about it, but not my thing. But one thing that is fun to do here is You know, it's like I don't want to give up too many secrets. Not because, well, again, no one's watching this, but what happens if my favorite places? Anyway, so Casa Rosa, I'm not ruining anything. This performing arts theater is a sex show, but that's not the one to go to. There's a better one in the general area. Just make sure you pick the right one, because they can be a little weird. But not there's one that's like very nice. That I will do. I have no. I'm a sex positive guy. Weird joke about that. What guy isn't? Anyway, so I'm sorry to get my mind in the gutter here. Let's keep flying around, and maybe this actually lets some of the scenery load in. I have my photogrammetry in Microsoft. I get the blocks of cheese. Sucks. All right, more Gizzard. Let's fly around. Let's fly to Vondel Park, which is down there, which is kind of like the where is Vondel Park? To get my sense of scale. It's weird seeing it like this. So here's Vondel Park, like the Central Park, and the museum is here. So the other thing I recommend doing is, if you want to come to the park, take the tram from the city center or wherever. Don't get off on this main, like at the mouth of it, because this is like the Hard Rock. You know, if you're going to the Hard Rock, you've screwed up already. You've been making bad travel decisions. No offense. But this is very busy because a bunch of the museums. Here's the Reichstag, which of course is insane. I don't want to say that, but incredible museum. Anyway, what I was saying, you can take the tram, and instead of jumping right into Vondel Park, I have to think about which street the tram is on. Yeah, they got clay tennis. Anyway, the tram, you can get off on an exit sort of further down and then walk through. These neighborhoods are beautiful here, right up along the park. And so you walk along, and then eventually you'll find there's gates and stuff to get into the park, like this. But these are really nice neighborhoods here around Vondel Park. Sorry, I get sucked in. I don't think I've been to this far. At least not walking. And it is the food hall over here. And my favorite coffee shop is over here, which in honor of it, I'm probably going to have have a dart in a moment here. Okay, enough stalling. So yeah, I just don't know why my Microsoft, I mean, this is default scenery, but I mean, come on, it's fucking Amsterdam. It should be handcrafted. I mean, it's not bad once I get loaded in, but very cheesy still. That's what I joke, all the Microsoft people, it's melted cheese. So there's, here, let's poop around. This is the park. Looks like it. I'm flying out. Where am I? 150, so I'm flying too far east. So out here is the stadium. Um, one time when I went here, I was gonna think about going to get tickets. Ajax was playing a like a Champions League game or something, and oh man, there were so many fucking but they were playing Liverpool. And look, I love all my English lads, and but I know the Dutch are not a fan of you guys these days. You're too rowdy. Cellophane. Oops, excuse me. You can go to an old, there's a cool old synagogue. Again, one of these like oldest kind of things out on the west side. Here we go. There's the park. Stay out of these clouds. Yeah, Vondelpark. Park. Have a walk. Tastefully smoke a joint. There is the museum. Over our wing there. Right there. Here's the park. Private club, but it's cool. They play, it's clay courts. But yeah, dogs, people. Good stuff. Bondle Park. But yeah, then from the park. Head back over to the west side. So Central is kind of nice. Let's see if I can get us a decent look at it. So yeah, this is where you want to be. Oh no, that's the church. Or I'm under where you want to be. Definitely check out Rotterdam and Amsterdam Oud West, because that's some good stuff. Alright. One last quick flyby. And fittingly, we are listening to King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, The River. Yeah, here you go, folks. Come here. I look forward to getting lost and eating. When I say lost, I mean, you know. So here's the kind of one of the big landmarks. And that's in some ways the there you go. So if you kind of walk to here, get your bearings, and kind of head up all through here is west. So now we're gonna go to Harlem. Oh, the river. So Harlem is, I don't know, I joke, it's like the Brooklyn of the Amsterdam. Great place, of course, I would live there in like, 2 seconds. Yeah, just tell me where to sign. Again, I do love the Netherlands. Just something about it. Ooh. Sorry, I don't really have good cam set up in Microsoft 2020. I never got Chase Plane for it. So let's listen to the river. I'm not used to King Gizzard songs being this short. It's like throwing me for a loop. And I am going to, since we're in Amsterdam, I'm going to have myself a little smoke here. And we will be flying over to Haarlem, which, what's the best way to get to Haarlem from here? Haarlem, I might need to get on the map to really find. So if we follow the river, Westport, so I'm gonna take us to Zandvoort, which is weird. So let's see, what can I follow? All right, we'll go to the this river here. That'll be our visual reference for Haarlem. It's not all picturesque cities, you got various industrial this and that. The Dutch, a powerful maritime empire, Dutch East India Company, a long sordid history. Again, another part of their battle against water. All right, cheers everyone. Heading to Haarlem. So what I'd like to do in Haarlem next time. So I'm kind of, I like popping around to different cities. I've been to Gashouder, and I've been to all the main ones. And Haarlem is, I can't call it like a suburb. I don't know what the right language would be. A Dutch person can fill me in on what they would call it. But it's just sort of a smaller city on the outskirts, and so it's in a really nice location to get anywhere, at least along the east. But I feel like if you had to move here and live somewhere, I would think Haarlem is a worthy spot to think about. So we're flying along the river. So this will take us kind of right into the heart of Haarlem, but you can see it. That's the city center. Like I said, maybe it's like Haarlem in my head. It's like this is where you could maybe find a place to live that's not ridiculous. Because isn't the Netherlands might be the most it's at least always up there most expensive land rent. Yeah, here's Haarlem. And you know, it's got the, it's Dutch. It still feels like you know, look, a church. How about that? And I'm pretty sure that's Zandvoort over there, which is, I got a good story about Zandvoort. Okay, Joey. I don't know. You never know. Sometimes if he like messes up or something, he gets very mad at himself. But he is a hell of a guitarist and songwriter, and the reason I listen to it. So I kind of get when I said I wasn't gonna bother or interrupt them, but all I'm saying is I with the flight sim I do really like flying around cities and try and kind of get my sense of north, and it really helps orient me around town. And like I said, when I travel, the main thing is just like I get off. I usually look up at least 2 things to do. One thing cultural, one thing food, at least one thing food. And I don't know, you know, when I travel, this city, this is why I like Flight Simulator so much. This city is the destination. Way to go, Gizz. What a show.
Enjoy the festival, look after yourselves, look after each other, drink plenty of water. Peace. Bye-bye.
What good guys. That was a pretty weak cut by me. Feeling my DJ skills there. Let's enjoy some Flight Simulator sounds for a little bit. While I put my dart out here. Might start getting a little weird. That's why never never do anything I do on this stream, even on the quote-unquote serious ones. I can't believe I fucking almost crashed into the mountain. I'm actually extremely upset about myself with what transpired there. So on my last stream, I decided to let's loop around Tucson. You know, I love looking around, and I almost crashed, man. Which is horseshit when you're trying. At my level. At my level, goddammit, I should not be crashing into mountains like that. No. But I shouldn't. It's actually, I mean, I could show you the chart on Navigraph at some point, but it, so I did two stupid things. One is I looked at just, you know, just kind of like not thinking. I looked at the map in Avitab, and of course it's showing above ground level mountain peaks. And so I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh, 2,000, 3,000. Oh, all right. Yeah. What's the ILS approach fix? You know, 40 or whatever it was, 42, 4,600. Yeah. All these mountain peaks are like 3. That's plenty. 1,000. Yeah, that's not right, people. You gotta use barometric pressure to help you figure out. So that's why, of course, the point of that being Tucson is a higher landing. Oops. So add, you know, 2,600 feet to all that. And on the chart, then, so that was mistake number one. This is like a good example of cascading problems. I mean, even though that one's, I don't think I would have fallen for it. And that's even after I read the fucking MSAs that were like 10,900 was the MSA on the chart, and I just got stupid. But the little hill that I almost crashed us into is what do you call it? Is like right on the ILS funnel. And so it just visually, when I'm just sort of jerking around. I don't think I was listening to music, but I did. Here. I just didn't see it. It like blended in with the chart. So that's why blind people like me should not be flying aircraft. Okay. So we'll start the next concert after we go to Zandvoort. And we'll say bye to the greater Haarlem area. So I'll show you where we're going next. I want to go east. Oh wait, what am I thinking? Sorry. Just get us oriented. Although, is it north south? West. Okay, let me see if I can see Zandvoort. I think I can. There. Alright. Flying in the right direction. I'm about 1,000 feet where I want to be. Okay. So. So here we are, kind of in the middle of northern, well, not northern, but heading toward the water, and there's a little town called Zandvoort here that I am, believe, flying towards. So I'll go to here. Yep, that's definitely Zandvoort, and it's like if it's like a Floridian and a Dutch had a baby, and Zandvoort is what you get when you mix Florida and the Netherlands. So, get a drink of water. I'll tell you a funny story. So randomly, I had to stay out here in Zandvoort one night on a lark when I went one time for a trip. Excuse me, water went down the wrong pipe. I get there and I stayed a few days in it was Amsterdam when I first got in on my 40th birthday. I believe was that trip, and I just quit my job, and then we, so I was in Amsterdam, and my buddy, I was gonna go visit him, and we were gonna stay together, but he had just come back from the United States, which was like I thought the first time he was out or some weird shit like that, because this is all pandemic wise. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, he went to Tunisia or something. He stayed in that where Luke on Tatooine, Luke Skywalker's the ranch. What did they have? A moisturizer vapor farm. I think he stayed in that hotel. Anyway, so he came back from like Tunisia or whatever with COVID, and it was like, yeah, let's not mix, all these countries together. So I ended up kind of like quickly looking for a place to stay, but I was like, I was already down in the Hague. So I just kind of went on Airbnb to see like what was around that night, and lo and behold, as you see here, fucking Zandvoort, man. What a weird place. It's weird to me again because I'm from Florida, and so, this is just interesting to me. But yeah, it's like it feels Dutch. It's like laid out like a Dutch city, all together and all that. But everyone's house kind of has a beachy Florida vibe. And I think there's a casino. Yeah. More King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard coming up soon, guys. I'm just enjoying Zandvoort. So yeah, so I get on the train, which I believe I got off in Haarlem, and had to take the bus into Zandvoort, which is this. I'm almost positive. This looks like the downtown. I had like perfect beach weather, and this is October, late October, and it looked like this outside. And I can prove it with pictures at some point too. I was hot in late October. I feel like I'm losing altitude. But not that I hate to say it or anything. I had a good time. 2 nights. The lady whose house I stayed in this little cottage. Tiny. It was like a room. And so it was just a beach cottage. But because it's off season, yeah, that's the whole reason I did it. It was like pretty damn nice to have your own place to yourself, like a beach house. And I rented it that night. So it was cheap. It was like 50 euro or 60 euro. And it was one of these little kind of places in here. Yeah, so the bus takes you kind of like as far as here. And I stayed in one of these little beach cottages here. And then you just kind of walk downtown. And again, it's very Dutch. There's a coffee shop, kind of a cool coffee shop actually. There were, let's see, that might have been over here somewhere. No, it was down a hill. It was in the older part of the city, it felt like. I didn't go this far north. But they had really good kibbeling. There's, kind of all along the boardwalk was really good food. Like I'm flying stable. Yeah. And then, yeah, the funny part when I was telling the lady this, as you can tell, I'm a chatter. I can get going. When as I was leaving and saying goodbye, we became friends. I bought them breakfast. They were really nice. I have her email. And we said hi a couple times. But, yeah, so that ended up being actually very quaint and nice. But anyway, I'm getting lost in happy nostalgia. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's there's a coffee shop down in here somewhere. That's pretty cool. And there were these really, really pretty, in my head, I imagine them as German girls there, women. And they were very beautiful, and I sat at the coffee shop. They had a little like outside, almost tiki bar-ish vibe to it. And down in the comments, I'll post if I Google it later. All right, now we're gonna fly along the water and go to the Hague, and doing all right on fuel. Plane is flying nicely. Maybe come up a little. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the Hague now. Trim down just a tad. We can maintain. I will say, flying this, I always say I have no interest in flying in real life. But if I did, right here, I really like this thing. Now, granted, it flies like a dream right here. I mean, it's Microsoft. I'm on rails, practically. I did download it in X-Plane, and it is a different beast. I will tell you that much. And it was windy when I was trying it, and I was flying around the desert in the X-Plane version of this thing. With tailwind trying to land. Oh my god. But I got this set up in X-Plane, and if I can get it to load properly, here's the one thing. These old add-ons in X-Plane are sometimes very touchy, and it's unfortunate. But they're just like not optimized, and not that I'm a picky flight simmer person at all, but nevertheless, when they're janky, you can tell, and So that kind of sucks. So you do get used to, because you know what good add-ons are, you start realizing what add-ons are kind of meh and why they're meh. But in Microsoft, everything kind of flies. I mean, this is just the built-in one. I don't care what it feels like in Microsoft, as long as it gives me the vague sense. But I do this to look at the Earth. Sometimes low. Anyway, I gotta. Not that that's a bad add-on, but I gotta figure out. It's a performance thing, as usual. Half of the battle of sim is, and you have to enjoy it, I guess. Otherwise, you shouldn't take up this hobby. There's a lot of reasons you shouldn't take up this hobby. However, oh, come on. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta just like play with my computer settings, and I'm gonna have to disable this plugin and do this. So yeah, explain, and I do know how to do this shit. It's just I hate it so much. I'm consistent, if nothing, people. If I don't enjoy doing something in a video game, then I don't play the video game. So it's like work, video games, life in general. So where the are we? So this is, and it's kind of a shame I've never been out to the actual water in Leiden. That's what I'm going to do this trip. All right, boom, we got it. So I'm pretty sure, let's see, position. Yeah, because I took off in Leiden. So this is the shore that I haven't walked all the way. You can walk. Well, maybe not. Let's walk that back before we get to the Hague. So this is the Hague down here. I wish this. I mean, the thing is flying pretty nicely right now, but with me, if I look away for a second, God only knows. I guess yeah, you can cross. So I've never come out to like the coastal, just like the Hague is very different. The city center from, I don't know, very different, but it's got a whole different vibe than the water. I've never been to the Leiden beachhead, so maybe that's where I should check out. I think that's a great idea, actually. And then maybe I can find my little beach house of some kind and imagine just living there with my wife, and I think with cats. Yep. I think I'm becoming a cat person next. I am a cat person, but I'm a dog guy. My dog probably hates me today, but she didn't want to go outside. Alright, so cool. So we got something to do. Leiden, water. Check out some dunes. I could ask, there's a guy on one of the chats. I'm pretty sure he said he's a Leidener. Goedendag. Gelend, I believe. Yeah. So I'll have to ask about that. But that's going to be the second place we go, is some German guy who knows a lot about airplanes. Real smart guy, and real nice guy. He recommended a spot in Cologne that I'd like to go to because I would like to cross the Rhine River like so many have, and really take it in. No cars. I don't think I've ever been in a car in the Netherlands. Nope, that's a lie. That is a lie. When I went to Lelystad, I had to use a car, and luckily, the German guys had driven over, and so there were cars. Lelystad is kind of a newer Dutch city. So I don't know if there's a ton to do there. But for the Flight Sim Expo, it was a really nice spot. Alright, so here is Den Haag. Wow. I mean, this is why I like the flight sims. Come on, this is beautiful. And did it speed up time on me? No. We're flying over the Royal Woods on our left there. Give it respect. Nah, alright. So, I spent some time in The Hague. There's some friends here. Spinoza. There's some nice cultural stuff to do here. Do you like philosophy? The poor guy is got his statue. Well, there's a couple Spinoza statues. The one in Amsterdam, that one's cool. The one here is cool too, but it is and my buddy, God bless him, he knows how to give a good tour. Anyway, the Spinoza statue is, it's kind of, you're unassuming, but The Hague is it's different. It's kind of more of like it's a denser city. It's got a much more, it doesn't have a metropolitan feel, but it's, got skyscrapers and stuff, not just old stuff. Some parts of town are very, very, kind of Dutch, of course. And the coolest thing ever to do is there, and that is the panorama. And so I am absolutely doing that again. So it is I don't know how old it is. Again, I'll post it in the comments. Telling you about all my secret spots. Although that's not a very secret spot. Yeah, so it's this panorama. You go up to the top floor of like this kind of observatory, and there's like a veil canopy cover, and so you get kind of natural light that comes through, and it's a mix of, you're like standing as if you're on the boardwalk at The Hague back in I want to say, I don't know, it was like 18th century. I don't remember when it was created or when the periodization of the view is. But basically to see The Hague in its glory days of maritime this and that. And so you it's a hand painted panorama, so 360. You know, it's old, and it's a mix of it's mixed media, and it is a really cool experience. However you go, here's this cool park in the middle of the Hague, and like I said, you can go pet the caribou or the reindeer, whatever they are. Or maybe that's not here. Anyway, like I said, I'm not a Dutch historian or a presenter. I'm a idiot. All right, we're in The Hague. We have 75 gallons of fuel. How far is Cologne? What is Cologne called? Are we about to fly over the UN? No. That's actually a really cool thing to go do too. Walk by the tribunal. Fucked up, folks. But let's cast our worries aside for the purposes of the stream. And let's fly to Cologne. What is Cologne's airport? Alright, I feel pretty stable. Let me just pull up. Is this thing... Alright. What can I do just from within here? Alright. Cologne is like... Oh, jeez. No. Can I tell just by... I don't think so. Okay, but... I will just pull up brief. And then on the flight there, we'll listen to a little more Gizzard. It's gonna... I know it'll be vaguely in the direction. Alright. Charts. Unload. Hide this. They do have... I'm not going to do any VFR procedures of any kind. I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. This is a joyride. Okay, what am I trying to figure out? Hold on. Search. EDDK. This should pick me up. Oh, I accidentally logged out of Symlink. Damn, I forgot. We could just see ourselves on Navigraph. Anyway, EDDK. Echo Delta Delta Kilo. Which I am heading vaguely. I think I'm actually like spot on. Alright, how does this thing work again? Man, my screen blurry today. Okay, 2,000 feet. Got a little bit of. All right, at least I can see my instrumentation here. So let's go direct to Echo Delta. Delta. That's probably it, but I don't know how to. Cologne. Activate. Yes. Yes. Boom. Alright, we got ourselves a little truck here. So that's like 120 or something. Okay, and one thing I should do, so unlink. Link is running. Ah, we got it. Sweet. So let's find some EOR state. Okay. Not paying attention to flying. You know, I should not be. I think that was VFR stuff. Just give me something cool. Frankenstein. Yeah, it's a long way. Anyway, I got that set up. That's all I wanted to just make sure my thing was still working. So what are we at? Yeah, I want to be at 2,000. Yeah, that's 1,500. Okay. So, we're on our way. Let's listen to a little more Gizz. That I know we're heading in the right direction, more or less. So, what we will be listening to now is a show pretty recent. I guess, yeah, 3 years. That's recent enough. Yeah. So, and it looks like just one of their European tours, and this looks like a pretty cool set list. I'm excited to hear this one. So this will be the Gizzard we are about to listen to, and hopefully, I'm gonna say the levels could be a thing. I'll do my best. So, all right. Enjoy some Gizzard.
record fair who went to that as well. Thanks to Los Bichos.
Everyone give it up for Los Bichos!
Yes, yes, yes.
Turn it up, Sammy, my man. I love you so much, baby.
Alright, then. Hit me, baby. The drip and I only turn out by the supercharger. The world and our futures hanging on by a thread with our hands in the sand. Oh, come on, Amsterdam. The drip and I won't be turned out by the gods of the lovers. Next time, country that we never heard from. In these times of our dying need.
Fucking go!
Let's go!
This is Dripping Tap. So far, a pretty sweet version. I'm going to put this on quote-unquote autopilot for a moment. Be right back.
So
Okay, I'm back. Not allowed to do this. Yes, stay. I guess you gotta decide to be above or below the clouds. I'm trying to match some kind of pitch and power setting, but I might be a little loud. It's a live mic. That was a very long dripping tap. The water song for the Nederlands. So yeah, come along, join the ride, listen to some music, and enjoy the drive. This is Ice 5 by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Sorry about that. I was testing something. This is a long ice fight, too. Not a complaint. This is a groove. Nice. They are in Amsterdam for this show. These are our Dutch selections. Nice. This is People Vultures. Come on, people. On the 2 and the 4, at least. This is Mr. Beat. Little dripping tap callback. Pretty cool.
Dutch brother.
That was a Mr. Beat dripping water or dripping tap combo, and fitting for the Dutch again. This is hot water, and I'll actually be right back while you enjoy this song. So my buddy and I joke around about all the Gizzard songs have there's certain thematic ones. So this is like they're playing all their water-based songs. But I'm excited to see these next few songs actually.
Yes, doggies. Amsterdam.
Sounds like Joey's feeling himself, which is always a good sign.
How are you going? How are you feeling? Are you good?
You guys doing good?
Getting started, motherfucker. Chicken.
They're just getting started. We're getting close to ending. Although he meant that more in terms of energy. The concert is
Can we do it?
not super long. People sound... I wonder if this is like a debut of Magenta Mountain live? Surely not. Well, if so, let's give it the respect. This is a really nice magenta mountain. Nice Leiden to Cologne. As we cross the Rhine. That was sick. So ironically, the reason I'm looking at Cologne is to see their little mountain, quote unquote. That was a good one, boys. We're in Cologne. We are about to cross the Rhine. the other way.
Time to get serious.
Very serious music too. This is Inner Cell, the horology or loyalty. What do they call this? The horology suite. Enjoy. And Cologne will be out our right window. This is a kind of a reference point I'll use. So this is all out of Gizzard before Petro Dragonic Apocalypse, which is what sort of sucked me in originally, but then definitely this horology suite from Polly. Some of my favorite Gizzard. This is a really good version. They got some interesting effects on the vocals. Woo! That is right, Stu. And the best part is, there's still more. Woo! Woo! Ah! Ugh. That was crushed. That was really fucking good.
Closes at 1 a.m. I've heard, but here there's raves. Where's raves? Fucking tell us. Where's everyone going? Tell us.
That's kind of funny because there's they do one of their rave shows here. Maybe that's on deck for next Netherlands stream. So we're in Cologne, and yep, I guess we're gonna. Oh, this should be a pretty neat segment. Speaking of. One of my favorite songs here. So we're gonna look for the tallest mountain, they call it. by Bonn. That's where we're heading. Ah. We're flying over Bonn right now. I just heard a little bit of witchcraft playing there.
Alright, Ambrose, what you got for us, baby?
Get through it together. Does everyone take care of each other, watching out for one another? You bloody better be! Thanks for coming to see us play. I love this city and I love Wembley. Participation, much appreciated.
Thank you for coming to watch our show. It means a lot. Amsterdam, you guys are honestly have always been so great to us.
We fucking love coming here.
Really special. Maybe we'll see some of you guys tomorrow night in Tilburg. Look how to play the next song. This is our last song. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you so much.
That was Straws in the Wind by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And this is a live Magma to see us out. Upstrokes only.
It makes her ether, the vessel weaver, obsidian cleaver, make a believer.
fire, a red tongue, esophagus, and breathing, the portal, autocrine. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Love you so much.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Sing with the rain. Thanks for coming down.
All right. That was King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Great show. I'm definitely going to check this one out again because that was sweet. They had a lot of cool renditions of songs there. Awesome. And we got to see Cologne and Bonn and that tallest mountain in Germany. That one mountain, the littlest mountain. But that looks like it could be a fun thing that I do on my trip. So this was a fun flight and very relaxing. I had a great time listening to some Gizz, and I'll be back at some point again. Don't know when, but sooner than later, I hope. And I have my Airbus stuff set up for next time, so that is what we will probably do if it's a real, if I do a real stream, quote unquote. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me. The stream ending soon. Enjoy a little King Gizzard on your way out. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much for anyone who watched. If you want King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard stuff, I'll put something down in the YouTube comments. I've made a lot of those promises. Yeah, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard.com. Start there. Alright, thank you very much. I will see you later.